Day 9, Switzerland against Serbia. A win for Serbia would guarantee their qualification to the second round for the first time as an independent state. As for Switzerland, who had earned a very credible draw and were ranked 6th in the world, a credible draw against Brazil, they were ranked 6th in the world, and they knew that a win wouldn't be enough to take them into the second round right now. Both of Switzerland and Serbia possess similar qualities: durable, hard to beat, and very disciplined. Serbia probably had the edge in terms of the quality of players, but the contest itself was expected to be close and highly competitive. For the contest, Serbia was to concede possession to the Swiss, but it was Somna who was to be forced into the action very early to make the first save from Mitrovic, his fine header. But moments later, Somna would be picking the ball out from the back of his net, as Mitrovic guided the ball excellently, brilliantly past the keeper. The header was spot on. So Switzerland finding themselves 1-0 down very early. It was as a spectacle. It was looking promising, with Switzerland expected to attack and to make their way and to make a fight of it. A fine chance presented itself to Jamali, who was unable to get the sufficient connection. The ball poked at the keeper, and it didn't cause the problems that should have been, that were anticipated. The contest was definitely developing into a very open game, from end to end. Milinkovic-Savic trying his own luck with a very fine effort, close on goal. Mitrovic then tried was going for the spectacular back to goal, a bicycle kick, which was well saved by the keeper. Earlier, he attempted an outrageous header from outside of the goal area. Yeah. So Switzerland were thrusting, Serbia were thrusting balls into the Swiss box, and they seemed very much in the ascendancy. Switzerland, on the other hand, were having the possession, but not being creative or moving the ball quickly enough. They were far too sedate and slow. Stojkovic was on hand to make a very low save to deny Jamali after slipping through. Slipping through the Serbian defence. Serbia was finishing the period very well. Switzerland, though had the possession, were very impenetrable and not making any inroads. And Serbia were hit by Serbia were finishing. They're finishing very strong, and an exquisite delivery should have extended their lead right at the end, and then to end the period, a fantastic drive from Tadic zoomed narrowly over the bar. The fans were very boisterous as for the start of the second half. A Mitrovic header for Serbia was very threatening. But then, with a swing of a thunderous drive from Grant Xhaka, it just zoomed past the keeper. It was a ferocious effort that had brought the stadium to its feet, and Switzerland looked level. It brought rapturous celebration throughout. And Shaqiri, with their star performer, with another swing of the left boot, almost put Switzerland ahead. But the effort, clipping the outside of the post, so it was with the game in the balance, one couldn't predict which way the contest was going to go. Mitrovic then claimed that he had been pulled down by two defenders sandwiched in between him. It looked pretty clear cut. Unfortunately, the officials didn't respond favourably for Serbia. Then Mitrovic again, he was slightly off the pace, like to finish off the ball. The dangerous ball played into the box from Tadic. It was at this point, it was tight. Serbia looked the most likely at this particular moment, but Switzerland were, they tried to refresh it and brought on Embolo in place of Gemelli. It looked like Savda Gavranovic, clearly offside, was going to put Switzerland ahead, but the save was made. And offside given. Suddenly, the Swiss perked up as the play went from end to end. An important save from Stojkovic denied Gavranovic, who was looking to go through and score. It was Switzerland ending well, and they were looking to nick it. And just as Serbia were on the attack, the ball was played forward, and Shakira showing his burst of pace, and he ran through and remained composed. This was right at the death of 90 minutes, and he slid the ball past the outcoming Stojkovic. It was a horrendous mistake from the Serbian defender, who had stepped up and given the striker the opportunity to burst in on goal. It was Switzerland were in, and they'd taken. It had been an improbable victory for the Swiss right at the end, and Serbia were stunned and needed to defeat Brazil if they were to remain in this competition. For Switzerland, the hopes of progression look very probable and high, as Costa Rica were to be their final opponents. Yes.